The war outside, the resurrection within. 17, 18, 19 years. That's how long the illusion marched across jungle and mind. That's how long we tried fear, dressed up as foreign policy. You wake up, it's 1967, and the war is still there. You fall in love in 1970, still there. You bury your brother in 1972, still there. You kiss your daughter on her wedding day in 1974 and think maybe she'll live in a different world. But the illusion still walks. You go to high school to the soundtrack of Napalm. You hold your newborn while draft numbers roll across the screen. That's not a war. That's hypnosis. That's guilt projected outward and weaponized. The unholy trinity. Sin, guilt, fear. You sinned. You were the other, the enemy, the communist. We felt guilty for not stopping you. Now we fear what happens if we don't act. So we bomb villages and call it virtue. Sin calls for punishment, as error calls for correction. And the belief that punishment is correction is clearly insane. A Course in Miracles. Text, chapter 25, section 5, paragraph 6. That's the chant beneath the bombs. That's the whisper behind the war songs. And in those war songs, there it is. I'm gonna kill me some Viet Cong. With a knife or with a gun, either way, it's gonna be fun. No shame, no pause. That's sin, guilt, and fear, set to music. But a whisper began, not of this world. In 1965, the same year escalation began, a quiet voice entered the world. I am here only to be truly helpful. A Course in Miracles, text, chapter 2, section 5, paragraph 18. Helen Schuchman, Bill Thetford, 2 psychologists, one voice, no idea what they were about to midwife. And what did that voice say? Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. A Course in Miracles. Introduction. That wasn't just a phrase. That was a cosmic detonation. While the world screamed, Jesus dictated. Vietnam was another crucifixion. We built an altar to fear. We sacrificed our sons to a cause no one fully understood. It looked like power. It looked like patriotism. But it was the same dream. The ego trying to kill the Christ. And just like Calvary, it seemed like the end. But what happened at Calvary? A man tortured. A man crucified. It looked like the loss of light. But it was the proof that light cannot die. I did not dwell on the crucifixion. I did not share your nightmares because I am not willing to support them. A Course in Miracles, text, chapter 6, section 1, paragraph 4. That's Jesus speaking. He's saying, I'm not buying your story. I'll walk through it. But I won't agree with it. He let them use nails. He let them parade their fear. He let them believe they'd won. Why? The message the crucifixion was intended to teach was that it is not necessary to perceive any form of attack in order to demonstrate that attack has no effect. A Course in Miracles. Text, chapter 6, section 1, paragraph 4. Now pause, let that breathe. You don't even need to see the attack. You don't need to label it. You don't need to defend against it. You only need to demonstrate that what is real cannot be harmed. Now look again. Vietnam was another Calvary, another crucifixion. But a resurrection was preparing. A Course in Miracles arrives. 1975, just in time. Just as the last helicopters lift off from Saigon, the Blue Book enters the world. No medals, no generals, just a quiet instruction manual. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. A Course in Miracles, Workbook Lesson 121. You are doing this to yourself. A Course in Miracles text, chapter 27, section 8, paragraph 10. The world you see is but a judgment on yourself. A Course in Miracles, text, chapter 20, section 3, paragraph 5. The war tried to fix the world. The Course shows there is no world to fix. This course is a beginning, not an end. You've read the lessons, now you must live them. No more scripted structures. No more waiting for external teachers. Why? Because you are ready. Ready to walk it out when someone cuts you off in traffic. When your boss forgets your humanity. When your spouse triggers your oldest wound. Practice is the only graduation. And yet, we still worship the body. We shoot vampires on screen and they keep coming. We accept they aren't killed by bullets. But when Jesus overcomes a crucifixion, we still question if he really did. We say, show me proof, give me form. So he did. He appeared as a body, because that's what we believe we are. Then he let them pierce it, because that's what we fear. He gave us 3 days, so we could sob and grieve and romanticize our loss. And then, he walked out. But we didn't see it. We saw the body walking. We missed the message rising. So we build cathedrals to the nails. Instead of living temples of the resurrection, revelation by contrast, Vietnam looked like the end, but it was the undoing. A Course in Miracles didn't show up late. It showed up on time. The ego's last war. The spirit's quiet response. One screamed. The other whispered, forgive, and you will see this differently. A Course in Miracles. Text, chapter 12, section 1, paragraph 5. The answer arrives with the problem. In this dual world, every illusion arrives with its own undoing. You don't get to have a war without a pathway to peace. You don't get to have fear without love standing right next to it. Maybe you didn't see the answer, but it was always there. It had to be. Otherwise, the problem couldn't exist. God's will for me is perfect happiness. A Course in Miracles, Workbook Lesson 101. There is no death because the Son of God is like his Father. A Course in Miracles, Workbook Lesson 163. The holiest of all the spots on earth is where an ancient hatred has become a present love. A Course in Miracles, text, chapter 26, section 9, paragraph 6. Did you create the Course? Or did the Course create you? Maybe both. Maybe neither. Maybe the Course is just what rises in you. When you're finally ready to lay your weapons down. When you stop trying to be right. When you stop needing the drama. When you finally say, there must be another way. And he answers, not with thunder, not with fire, but with this. You are not really capable of being tired, but you are very capable of wearying yourself. A Course in Miracles, text, chapter 4, section 1, paragraph 7. So stop fighting, stop projecting, stop judging, rest. Rest in the truth that cannot die. Because resurrection was never the surprise. Love was always the plan.